Hello again and welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. Today is Saturday the 12th of August and I'm joined by John. How are you doing, John?
Aye, not bad, mate. How's yourself?
I am okay. I was just looking at the results there for the day's football.
Right.
And the Rangers won 4-0. I've got the results here. Rangers won 4-0 against Martindale.
Many penalties?
Nine. No penalties.
Penalties?
No penalties. Shocker,
I'm
innit?
sending Zaff for Livy.
They send the draft just before. I think they scored all their goals late though. Scored their
Right.
goals the 78th, 84th and 90th minute, so they were struggling 1-0 up until the 80th minute. Anyway, Ross County beat St Johnstone 2-0 and St Mirren beat Dundee 2-1. That's the day's results. So
Did that again, Ross County, but?
Ross County beat St Johnstone 2-0.
Did they?
Aye.
Well, Ross County's not a bad team. I mean, they played well against Celtic last week, didn't they, for about 20 minutes or something? Played really well.
Played good, aye. They did.
Aye, I see. I'm fancying St Johnstone to get down this season anyway, but
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I've got old Dundee to go down. The old Dundee. So we'll wait and see. Alright, straight into the preview. The Morrow's game then, John. Aberdeen at Pittodrie. 12 o'clock kick-off. What do you think of the team will be tomorrow? The lineup? Who do you think will get dropped? Who do you think will play? What do you think?
I think the lineup kind of picks itself now, doesn't it, really? You're going to have, obviously, Naroski's going to be playing next to Carter Vickers. And it's going to be Ralston, isn't it, on the right?
Aye.
And Taylor on the left. Midfield's going to be, for me, I'm hoping that it's going to be McGregor, Hatate and O'Reilly. But I think Rodgers is liking the look of Turnbull. So you might not see Hatate starting.
Aye. I agree with you. I think it'll be Turnbull will start.
See what he thinks. I'm thinking Turnbull. Turnbull. I think Turnbull will get a start ahead of Hatate. I don't know why I think that. Just the way Rodgers has been with Turnbull since he came in. He also likes the look of him, so we'll say Turnbull's going to start ahead of Hatate.
No, unless he goes with Turnbull, Hatate and McGregor and leaves out O'Reilly.
I don't think he's going to leave O'Reilly out. But then again, he's Rodgers, isn't he? He's no Postecoglou. He could do that.
Aye.
And obviously you're going to have Kyogo through the middle up front, Maeda on the left and Abada on the right.
Aye. Nah, that's my team as well, actually, John. I agree with that. That's exactly the team I would have said as well. The only thing's Hatate or Turnbull, isn't it? That's really the only question.
Aye, it's going to be Turnbull. I'm quite certain it's going to be Turnbull. Should be good enough to beat Aberdeen, but I think it's going to be a close game. I still think it's going to be a close game.
Well, the last time we played Aberdeen at Pittodrie, it was a narrow 1-0 win for Celtic. McGregor scoring in the 85th minute, sorry, for a 1-0 win. So I'll take that again tomorrow, to be honest with you.
I'll take it all day. I mean, I know it's going to be a close game. I hope I'm proved wrong and it's not a close game. We win 3 or 4-0, but it's going to be close. It's either a 1-0, 1 each, or 2-1 Celtic. I can't see Aberdeen beating us. I don't want to beat my words here, but I can't see it, can you?
Well, no, not really. Last week, Aberdeen had a 0-0 draw with Livingston. And look what happened to Livingston today.
They're playing against their heroes, isn't they?
Aye. Leiden Livy, I like to call them, when they're playing Rangers.
You're never going to get a performance out of Martindale against them. Never.
No, never. No. So, score prediction then for the Mora. What do you think?
My final prediction, I know it's going to be close. I'm going to say 2-1 Celtic.
Right. I'm going 2-0 Celtic. Maeda and Kyogo to score. How do you like them apples?
I don't know. It'll be good apples if it happens, but I'm saying 2-1. And the 2 goals is going to be, it's obviously just a guess. I'll say Turnbull and Abada.
Alright. No. Alright, John, that's fine. That's fine. We'll move on to
How did you like them apples?
It's similar to my apples, isn't it? 2-1 or 2-0. Aberdeen, they're a changed team. They've signed 8 players this season, so they might take a wee bit of time to settle, hopefully. But we'll wait and see. I'll take 2-0. I'll take 1-0 right now, but we'll move on for the Aberdeen game. So Harry Kane's moved from Tottenham to Bayern Munich. So you think Postecoglou will come in and raid the Celtic team for players like Hatate or Kyogo?
I can't see it. I don't think any of the Celtic players are good enough quality to challenge in the English Premiership. There's certainly players good enough to play in some of the teams, but to challenge for stuff like Postecoglou wants. Somebody that claims he's really ambitious, he'll want to win stuff, you know.
Aye.
And I can't see any of the Celtic players winning anything down there, can you? Really?
No. I slightly disagree with you. I think he could come in for Hatate. I do think he could come in for Hatate, aye. I think Hatate could play in the Premier League, didn't he?
I think he could easily play in the Premier League. I think there's a few players, Celtic players could play in the Premier League, but for clubs that's going to be challenging for trophies, I don't think so. Nah.
All right.
And that's what Postecoglou wants, isn't he? He wants to be challenging for stuff. He doesn't want to be going down there and, you know, just being another team winning nothing, which he's going to be anyway. I don't think he'll last long down there, but...
Aye. I just thought I'd ask if with Kane gone, you'd maybe be looking for another striker, maybe Kyogo, and then maybe raid the Celtic team for Hatate as well. But I just thought I'd ask the question.
I don't think so. That's my straight answer, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I can't see him coming in for any Celtic players. We thought the same with Rodgers, didn't we, when he left? Would he come in for any Celtic players? He never did, so I can't see Postecoglou doing that either. Alright,
John, we'll move on then to the next point, which is Lagerbielke, if that's how you pronounce his name, due for a medical on Monday.
Aye.
Sign him for Elfsborg on a £3 million deal. Do you think we need to sign another centre-half with Boston Lawwell being sent to Fleetwood with Scott Brown on a years-long loan? That's another centre-back down, isn't it?
Well, I said that to you the other day. Celtic need another. Even if Lagerbielke does sign, we still need another one. Because that's a position of the team that's weaker, I think, is the defence. Alright, we've got Carter Vickers, who's obviously the main centre-back there, and we all love Carter Vickers. Norowski looks to be a good signing so far. But another 2 quality additions, especially going into the Champions League, I think another 2 players would be great for getting back to the league after the Champions League, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Tough away days after coming back for the Champions League. A couple of fresh centre-backs, good quality. It's obviously good for the team, challenging for positions as well, you know.
So if Lagerbielke comes in, we've got Lagerbielke, Norowski and Carter Vickers. That's 3 mainstays in the team. Well, hopefully, if they're good enough. But I think we do need one more good quality centre-back just for some cover
there. Definitely just one more, and that would be me happy.
And Ben Summers is another one that's left. He's left to go on loan to Dunfermline, isn't he, the wee midfielder? The guy with the red hair.
So he was a decent wee player, wee Ben Summers, I think.
He was, aye. He is. He's just signed a 3-year contract with Celtic, and they've sent him out on loan right away. So he's obviously just to get first team experience.
Exactly, he's a good wee player. Not ready for the first team yet, so that's a good decision to send him out on loan, aye.
Aye. Well, good luck to the boy at Dunfermline anyway. But I think we could be doing with another midfielder in. Who that is, I don't know, but I think we could be doing with another midfielder just to bolster the squad a wee bit.
Aye. Well, you say, if Hatate does leave, I don't think he'd go to Spurs. I don't think Postecoglou would have him at Spurs. I don't know why, I just get that feeling that he wouldn't have him there. Iwata was brought in to be a sort of Hatate type player as well.
He was, aye.
But I've not seen much for Iwata. He's certainly not a defender. We've seen him playing there. He's not a defender.
No. He's got to be playing in the midfield, isn't he?
He's got to be in the centre of the park, aye.
And is he going to get a game?
He was Japan's player of the season last season, wasn't
Aye, player of the year, that's right, aye. So he's got something about him, hasn't he?
he? He is a good player, but I've seen touches what he can do, but no one, don't put the guy in defence. I don't think that's going to be doing his confidence any good, putting him in there. He gets exposed badly in defence, I think.
Aye. So I think he's going to struggle to get into that midfield, isn't he? I think that's why they were putting him in defence, to see if he'd do a job there.
Aye, well, it could be that, or it could be maybe that Rodgers has seen something in training that he thinks he can play in the defensive position. But at any time I've seen him in defence, he's been shocking, to be honest with you. Definitely no defender.
Alright, John. We'll move on then to the next point. Just before we go, actually, with the football of the day, Rangers playing first again. That's obviously the way the season's going to pan out. This season's the same as last season. So Rangers played first today, even though they were in Europe midweek. How could the Celtic game not have been played the day at 12 o'clock?
I know. That's true.
You know, they're getting that advantage every single weekend when they're playing first and then we're playing second. And they played in Europe midweek and they're still playing before this.
Aye, it's a strange one, that. But like you says, it's the same as last season. Many times did we start first? I know I need to count every game we started before them last season, but how many times did we actually start first last season? It wasn't often, was it?
It wasn't many. A handful of games, 3 or 4, something like that.
Well, it wasn't many games at all, but that's just the way. If that's the way it is, just need to live with it. But sometimes I prefer that as well, because Celtic know what they need to do, you know.
Nah, that's just a wee minor point I thought I'd bring up, see what you think of it.
Aye, I know you're no strong in that, them starting before us, but it could go either way, can it? It could go either way. For me, it's just, I like it because Celtic know what they need to do to get a result to stay top, you know.
Aye, well, I prefer the chance for Celtic playing first, putting extra pressure on Rangers. That's what I would like to see more often.
A lot of people's like that, but there's a lot of people who take it the other way, you know.
Yeah. Alright, John, it's just a wee point, I thought I'd bring it up anyway. Moving on to my wee On This Day feature. Tell me what you think of this one, John. On this day, on the 12th of August, Celtic ladies played their very first game in Barrowfield. They lost the game 2-1 to Hamilton. What do you think of the women's game now?
I enjoy it. I'll be honest with you, I do enjoy watching the Celtic women's team. I do enjoy it. It's competitive, innit? The women's game now, it's getting more competitive than it used to be. The players look a lot better than they used to be. They're obviously getting coached better. But the women's game in general is it's definitely getting a lot better than what it used to be. Like I say, I watched 30 seconds of the England against who were they playing again? Colombia. 30 seconds and England had scored their second goal, because I got a text message saying it was on and it was 1 each, and I switched to air, and as soon as I did, the same as every time I watched England games, I switch it air to see the scorers. They always score as soon as I switch it air.
And they stop switching it on.
So, I never knew this. I think they won in the end, didn't they? I think they won 2-1.
They were through to the semi-final. They'll win that. England will win that.
But the Celtic women, I watch them all the time. If the game's on, I watch it, you know.
Yeah, well, Celtic women play tomorrow. They play Montrose in Links Park at 3 o'clock tomorrow. How do you think that one will go?
I've never seen the Montrose women's team. Is that a friendly or something?
No, they're in the Premier League.
Oh, are they?
Aye.
I never knew that.
I know my stuff, John.
No, you're ahead of me with that one then, because the only game I've seen so far with the Celtic women's team was the one against Rangers, where Rangers got 2 penalties that were never penalties, by the way.
What game was that, sorry?
That was the last Celtic women's game I've seen.
No, right.
A couple of weeks ago, I think it was. It was Celtic were winning 1-0, and then Rangers got did Celtic women get a player sent off? I can't mind, but they get 2 penalties, I know that. Right at the end, injury time, 2 penalties.
Alright, I didn't even know they were
Very, very soft penalties as well. But that's the last one I've seen.
Well, the Celtic women, they play, as I say, they play tomorrow in Montrose, Lynch Park, 3 o'clock kick-off to start the Premier League. And obviously last season, they went to the last game of the season. And Celtic won their game, and Rangers got their equaliser against Glasgow City, didn't they?
Aye.
Or was it Glasgow City got the winner? That's what it was. Sorry, Glasgow City got the winner. A sort of last minute goal to prevent Celtic from lifting the league title. But that's the way it goes, I suppose. The Celtic would have won more points during the season, would have won the league.
Aye. Well, that's it. But Montrose against Celtic women, I think Montrose, I didn't even know they had a women's team, to be honest with you. But I would say the Celtic women's team are strong enough to get past a team like Montrose. I didn't even know they had a team, you know. You probably talk about 9-0 or something.
Aye. I've not checked if it's on the telly or anything. If it is, I'll put it up on the screen in the podcast. I'll check that out. Alright, John, that's I'm just about done. Alright, is there anything you want to add, John?
No, but we're just obviously hoping for a good result tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game up there up in Aberdeen, I think, especially early in the season. I think teams seem to go for it early in the season against Celtic, you know. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be a close game. But you don't know, do you? It could be a walk in the park for Celtic.
No, it's you don't know. And I've not even looked at the odds in the game, but you don't know how it's going to turn out tomorrow. Aberdeen, what are they new players? They might gel right away. They might struggle to, gel. It's just a case of watching the game and hoping for the best, isn't it?
Aye, well, we'll see what happens. We can talk about it after the game, maybe do another wee quick podcast after the games. If it's a favourable result.
Well, even if it's not a favourable result, we'll probably still talk about it. I'm looking at the betting just now. Aberdeen are 4-1. 5-1, sorry. Aberdeen are 5-1. And Celtic are 1-3. So Celtic are hot favourites to win tomorrow.
They always are against every team in the league, aren't they?
I wasn't expecting that, John. I wasn't expecting Aberdeen to be 5-1 to beat Celtic at home.
Aye, that's quite strong, isn't it? 5-1.
Aye. I don't know if the bookies don't fancy Aberdeen at all.
Stick a tenner on that.
What, Aberdeen?
Aye. One thing I would never do is bet against Celtic.
Nah, never da.
No matter what. But it's 1-3 for Celtic. The bookies seldom get it wrong, do they?
No, normally, nah. But that's the odds anyway. And I'm hoping for a wee win tomorrow as well. Make it a nice, relaxing Sunday for us. 3 points clear at the top of the league if we win.
Is there any injury news with the Celtic team?
Just the long-term ones, Tellio and Johnston.
Aye.
And obviously, O's injured as well, isn't he?
Aye.
So apart from that, everybody's fully fit and ready to go.
Well, let's hope they're ready to go. The good thing about this Celtic just now is they're only playing the one game a week. So fitness shouldn't be a problem. Should be able to go for that 90 minutes. But Aberdeen, have they not got a game this week? A European midweek game?
Aye, they play on Thursday, aye.
So they might have one eye on that as well, I hope.
Just before we go, John, you're bringing that up. What do you think of the Hibs and Hearts results in midweek?
But I watched the Hearts highlights. They were very lucky to get away with a 2-1. But 2-1 they got, so good luck to them in the next round at home, you know.
I think Rosenborg will beat them again at Tynecastle.
I think so as well. I'd take Rosenborg to win that 1-3-0 at Tynecastle. There you go. One of the bookies will give me on that one, but
And Hibs obviously Hibs got a 3-1 win against Luzerne.
Aye, I watched that. that Luzerne looked a lot better than Hibs again, and I don't know how they get away with a 3-1 out of that. For what I've seen anyway, the highlights package, you know.
They must have scored a late goal because I switched it off at 2-0. 2-1, sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
I switched it off at that each.
I'm just checking it. They scored a goal in the 90th minute to make it 3-1, so I think they're through. I think they're through to the next round.
Aye. I think Hibs will get through. But
who do they play if they get through? Is it Aston Villa? Aye, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa if they get through, aye.
Aye, well. That'll be a good watch, won't it?
Aye, but no, but listen, good luck to all the Scottish teams and Europe, apart from the obvious one, but good luck to the other three, you know. Hibs, Hearts and Aberdeen. I hope they all get through to the next round.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly, John. Alright, mate, we'll leave it there, eh?
Okie dokie.
And we'll see how we go on tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright,
mate.
Thanks for coming on, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, bye-bye.